looks like it's time.
All right, guys. Well, what's up, guys? My name's Ant, as you can see. Today we're going to be talking a lot about gaming and stuff. Um, and I know a lot of you guys do like faceless stuff. That's actually what I'm, funny enough, getting into as well. But I've got a pretty big background in gaming, so I have the chat open, by the way. If you guys want to chat in this room, I got the chat open. So if you want to say anything in there,
No, we'll take
um,
questions at the end. Don't worry. We'll do the
okay,
presentation
okay,
eventually.
cool. Okay, so we'll get started. So running your own gaming channel. So I think number one thing with gaming is like finding the right niche. I know this is like repeated information. I know a lot of you guys probably already know this within Faceless, but I think finding the right niche is so important, and riding the waves on these niches is important. So like obviously when you think gaming, you think Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite, Steam games. The list goes on. It literally never ends. But there's audiences for literally everything. But I think placing yourself in a specific audience is important. We'll get into that in a second. But before, I want to tell you a little bit about myself because you're probably wondering who the heck I am. But basically, I started YouTube in 2011 when I was a kid, and I was like, you know what, I want to make Call of Duty content. Basically, like what a lot of people did back in the day in the gaming scene. That was like the first step is Call of Duty content. So I did a lot of that, and then I transitioned into Minecraft content on the Xbox at first, and then I kind of did PvP stuff on the PC version of Minecraft, like Hunger Games and stuff like that. That was like the beginning of my whole actual YouTube grind. And then in 2016 to like current has been like my big blow up period. Like I kind of had a bunch of blow ups in like mini blowups in the PvP community back in the day. But anyways, 2016 to current, I was mainly doing Roblox. That's when I blew up. You guys are going to see some crazy screenshots here in a second. And I did a little bit of Fortnite for like a couple months, and then I went Minecraft again when that whole like dream 2020 2019 era happened. Dude, what's up, Andrew? Appreciate it, bro. But yeah, so 2020 and beyond, or 2025 and beyond, my plan is to build a ton of faceless channels, and we'll kind of go into that a little bit of what the difference is between the two when we get later in here. But anyways, so my big break was in Roblox, but I was sticking to sub niches. I wasn't really necessarily doing like broad Roblox videos. Murder Mystery 2 was my first bread and butter. As you can see, this video right here has 10 million views 8 years ago. That was like my biggest viral, still is my biggest viral on that specific channel for a long time. So I was doing a Murder Mystery 2, which is like a Trouble in Mineville type thing where there's like a murderer and innocent, yada yada. Really good niche, alive to this day, which is crazy. But I did that. Also did a game called Jailbreak. Again, these are like really big games at the time in 2017, 2018. And it was like the beginning of the whole Roblox YouTube era. So I kind of caught the trend really freaking early. And that's kind of the key with the whole gaming stuff is catching things early. Super important. Here's another couple games that I did. And each of these kind of resembles like a different era in time almost. Like as you can see, the top row here is like all 5 years ago. This was Murder Mystery 2 content, obviously. This one was like role play. I called a gold digger pretending my restaurant was hers. This was a huge era in like 2019, 2020. That was just like crushing it. I mean, role play stuff really does well for gaming because you could just basically write entire scripts that are just optimized completely for storytelling. So that's good. Um, Also did some Bed Wars and some Piggy. Piggy was insane. I was getting like 20 million views a month at this time, which is crazy to think about, but this is like old RPMs. Question is, why did these do good, right? Like, why can't anybody just make one of these videos and it just get 2 million views to this day? Well, the thing is, right timing. Right timing plus executing massive action is so freaking important, guys, for gaming. It is unreal. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that a lot of the times that I make videos, they're not, perfect. They're not like, oh my God, like this video is 22 minutes long and it's perfectly optimized for AVD. Believe it or not, this video right here, this Bed Wars one, um, the AVD was probably, I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but I think it was less than 50%. It wasn't even that crazy. I think this really did good because that's where the eyes were, and I just knew how to get good eyeballs on like things that people really wanted to do. So high CTR, of course, is really good. And obviously you want to get a decent AVD. I think obviously the better AVD you get, the more viral it's going to go. Like these probably could have went more viral, but the data is a little bit botched when you have a ton of views like this. So it's kind of a little bit difficult, but yeah, I think longer videos did really good for me. I think longer vids are really the move. As you can see, like one here is like 8 minutes. I typically like really long videos. I think long videos are the move when it comes to gaming. But anyways, so here's some of my insane virals from the Minecraft 2.0 era, I call it, and the Fortnite era when it first came out. So as you can see, these vids got so many freaking views, and a lot of them, the first two, we're going to go into a little bit about the first one here, the Minecraft vid, because I got a crazy story to tell you about that. But a lot of these videos got views because it was just where people were watching. And I know it sounds so cliche to say that, but it's like when there's like a huge era of Minecraft again, like the whole Dream SMP era, and, you know, Fortnite was super huge, you got to take advantage of those times. And we'll get into like the next one that I think is coming here in a sec. But let's get into this first video, because like this video, holy shit. All I'm going to say is this video was like one of the craziest videos I ever made. And it's just insane because it was an outlier. Like, I don't normally take outliers. I think it's a good idea to take both outliers and come up with your own ideas. But this was a cursed texture pack video, and you can't see the full title here, but it says, I made my new Minecraft friend use a cursed texture pack in Minecraft. And this was a time when a bunch of people were doing videos like this. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to hop onto this. We're going to see what it does. And as you can see, it made me $40,000 freaking dollars. So absolutely insane. I think gaming is just better than ever. And keep in mind, this is in 2019. The RPM is probably like $2, $3 on this video, maybe like 4 or 5. I forget. But a vid like this could get like a $8 RPM nowadays. So it's definitely very, very interesting. But as you can see, this video got 60 million impressions in the first 30 days, which is fucking insane. Literally insane. And that was my first Minecraft video on a Fortnite channel, by the way. So like if we go back to here, these videos, I paid Fortnite pros. I was doing Fortnite. This was not a Minecraft channel. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make Minecraft now. I'm done playing Fortnite. And boom, instantly transferred, got 1 million views right away, which is insane. But it's all about the timing. Anyways, let's see what we got here. Got the Fortnite channel. This is when I did Minecraft. So this is the beginning of it. It was like July 16th. I was making $1,000 a day for 3 months straight, and one insane $10,000 day. Like as you can see, this on September 22nd, 2019, $10,000 day, and you can't see it, but like these other little points over here are like $5,000 days. I had an $8,000 day. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Like what gaming can do. Now we're gonna get into like a little bit of the comparison about gaming versus faceless, because I think it's really important to understand the difference between the two, because like you can make a ton of money from both of them, like ton of them. But yeah, before we get into any other stuff and we dive deeper, this is kind of some of my other accomplishments. Obviously, you saw these two Fortnite ones, but this one in the middle was IRL. And I don't know if any of you guys know who Unspeakable is, but he kind of transitioned from Minecraft into IRL at the same time. And I was trying to hop on that trend. Yeah, it worked, except this video actually kind of blew up a little bit later. But anyways, this is a little piece of information for you guys to never give up. And I want to look at this graph. I really want you to look at this graph, because this channel blew up 60 days after I quit uploading after 2 weeks. So like I made a couple videos here. You can see the tiny amount of impressions right here. Oh, whoops. The tiny amount of impressions right there. And I made like maybe like 4, 5, 10 videos maybe, and I was like, all right, this isn't working, dude. I just need to stop. So I stopped uploading. And keep in mind, these videos didn't get any impressions. They didn't get anything. And I was like, dude, these videos are shit. Like, oh my God, I'm washed up. What the heck? And then boom, 60 days later, this giant impression bump happens. Giant. And the rest is history. So if you're thinking about quitting the channel, faceless or not, maybe just let it sit. Let it sit and see what happens. This doesn't always happen, obviously, but it could. It could. So keep that in mind. When it comes to gaming, though, what matters more, AVD or CTR? Honestly, I really like longer videos, and we're going to get into this in a second, because I don't know if you could see this, but on this video, it had a 10% AVD. I uploaded this video on December 6th, so a couple months ago, and it got almost 2 million views. And it was a movie. We'll go a little bit more into movies here in a second. But Longer vids, I think, really don't need that crazy of an AVD to go viral. I mean, obviously it's better. Am I the best at getting AVD? Probably not compared to most people, but I think where my strong suit lies is in CTR. Obviously, we can all work on stuff as YouTubers. Nobody's ever perfect except for freaking Mr. Beast. Shout out Mr. Beast. But CTR is the most important thing, I think. And honestly, you'll just get more views if you just get a better AVD as well. Like, could I really worked on this AVD? Yeah. Even this video got 4 million views and 41%. It's not that crazy. You think that you need all these crazy numbers. You really don't. Obviously, they help, though. So, but yeah, I would focus mainly on thumbnails and titles, and you basically will win. And this is why CTR is king. So this video was the video that I made on that channel this channel right here, the 60-day blow up channel. This was the first video I decided to make after that blow up. Or actually, no, I don't think so. Yeah, look, this came out in May 20th. So yeah, this was, well, I guess this did get a good CTR in the beginning. But anyways, it got a ton of impressions, got a ton of views, but I really think that CTR is king. If you get really good at making thumbnails in gaming, or even just in faceless, like, I think it's really king. But obviously you really want a good AVD as well. Like, AVD is super important, don't get it wrong, but I think CTR is really the main key. You guys already kind of know this too, but here's, just in case anybody doesn't know what makes a good thumbnail. This example isn't really exactly 3 objects or less, but it's a split thumbnail. I really love these split thumbnails just because I don't know, like, this video was all about admin commands. This is actually the video right here. I cheated in MM2 with admin commands. Obviously, people in games love admin commands. They love cheating. They love seeing people hack. They love all that stuff in gaming. Those are like the biggest things no matter what game you play. But I really like these splits because they bring a lot of curiosity. It's like, oh, X-ray, oh, tiny, what the heck? So it just makes them think. But you guys already pretty much know that. But I think that, like, with making good thumbnails, colors matter. Try to make it match your title as much as possible as well. And also, like, A/B thumbnail testing obviously is really good. But yeah, just like kind of just keep making thumbnails. Like, be obsessed with making thumbnails in every way, shape, or form. And dude, there's AI thumbnails now. So like, you can make anything with DALL-E 3. You can make anything with 1 out of 10 or pixels or whatever you're using. And I think that the more obsessed you get with thumbnails and the more you change them out, the better. Because even me, I could definitely be changing a lot of my thumbnails more often, but you just kind of have to go with the flow. But I think simplicity is key. The more simple, the better. But here's some important gaming niche tips too that I really think not a lot of people talk about, especially when it comes to Roblox or any game that's going to be coming out in the future. But gaming niches have seasons, so follow them. So for example, this video right here, this niche MM2 always has a season around maybe May 15th. You could literally go on Google Trends and look this up and type in MM2 and then put YouTube search. You'll be able to see how every single year around May, MM2 always spikes up for the summer. And that's probably usually true for a lot of games, especially since, like, you know, kids are off for school, that kind of thing. I think that's vital, is understanding when the seasons of your game or your niche go up and when they go down. So that way, you know that when your channel takes a shit, you can understand that it's going to go back up and you don't have to worry too much. So I think that that's a really good one. But MM2 season lasts from the 15th to October. I think that's still, it's a smaller niche if you're trying to get into gaming stuff, but it's definitely still there. It could spike again, who knows? But last summer was pretty good too. Like, that's when I was getting all those views. Well, actually, that was 2023, but still, it's still pretty relevant. But yeah, every gaming niche is different. So this usually revolves around like summer and gaming updates / relevancy. And then I think Roblox is a good place to start, but there's like tons of competition right now. So it's not impossible, but you know, if you're early to a game in a specific niche, you're going to get views regardless. So just keep that in mind. But if you're going to start a gaming channel, how often should you upload? This one is a big question because I've seen gaming channels from, you know, 2018, friends that I lived with, other YouTubers that I lived with, and even up until now that upload every other day, every day. I was doing 2 videos a day at one point. I don't think you really need to do 2 videos a day now unless you're actually getting views and you just want to keep printing. But I think that, you know, daily if you can. Obviously daily is good, but if you're going to do super long form, which is really popular in the gaming niche nowadays, definitely 1 to 2 a week if possible, because that is going to put you in a better bracket. And, you know, longer videos are obviously better. YouTube is pushing constantly TV viewers. We all know that. But in gaming, it's, oh my God, it's real. It's freaking real. So the more you upload, especially on a new popular game, the more views you're going to get. So you just got to find what people are watching and create a lot of ideas around it. It's really simple. It's very simple, like in terms of like faceless. Like you just got to find what is working right now, follow these trends, and build yourself up off of that trend, and then pivot from there. But I think another thing is community, man. If you're going to build a gaming channel of any sorts, even if it's going to be faceless, like you don't even need to own a faced gaming channel. You can do completely faceless now. I've seen people do AI stuff. Like there's this Roblox YouTuber who does like text to speech videos, and they're like clearly an AI, and they just don't even talk, and they have like 2 million subs. It's insane, dude. It's insane. But I can't stress this enough. Build a Discord when you get a community, because the fan base is everything. It'll allow you to make vids with them and build a stronger connection with your diehard fan base, which is like super, super good. But I think valuing your fan base is so important. It's so important. But this is the most important advice, I think, is how not to fall off, because that is everyone's fear. It is everyone's fear, and I've lived it. I've lived it multiple times, actually, but I've always bounced back. But I think regardless of if you are doing gaming and a personal brand, or if you're doing, faceless, I think falling off and losing your channel is probably the worst thing that can happen, but it's actually not. It's actually not. So I think that switching sub niches too much in the gaming niche is really like killing your channel 101. Although it could work. It could work. It just depends on your viewers and like how much they really are like die hard for you. Unless it makes 110% sense. Like for me, throughout all the niche switches that I did, I kind of calculated it because I knew that like my current niche wasn't doing good and I needed to switch. So if you need to switch, then just do it. Don't be afraid, but also making new channels is also a good idea too. But yeah, I also hurt my channel a lot by niche switching, I think, over the years. And obviously people grow up too. Like I know a lot of you guys in here said that you know who I am from back in the day, which I appreciate you guys so much, but you guys grow up, like kids grow up. You have to be aware of that. And I think if you like take time off or like, die off in relevancy, it really matters. It really, really matters. So, and also don't take breaks. I took a 3-month break in 2020 because I was burnt the fuck out. And that's also another thing. Try not to make yourself burn out, because when you are a personal creator, everything relies on you. You have to realize that. And if you don't show up, your videos don't get done. And we'll get into this in a little bit, but I went from views like this. This was a year ago. So this was my main channel, which I actually left recently because it just, I don't know, YouTube just wasn't pushing it because I think I just switched too many niches. But as you can see, a lot of video views. I was playing a game called Blade Ball. Blade Ball was super popular, and then they killed the game, the devs, because they made it pay to win. And that's kind of like a big problem on Roblox right now, is just games popping up, super popular, and then boom, they're dead like a month later. So I went from views from that to this, which I tried joining another niche, which is Roblox Fish. And again, another game that they paid to win and just completely killed. But I made one last video for my fans that were diehards, and it did pretty good. So I'm happy about it. I don't necessarily, I'm not really happy that I lost this channel, because this channel has almost 3 million subs. But again, all these kids grew up. They don't watch Roblox content anymore. So it's all good. It's all fine. But it's not ideal, but some niches just don't last forever. So understand that. And then understanding that you are the product, that means you must show up. And I think that when you do get success in any form of channel, always try to make multiple channels. I can't stress it enough. When I made my Fortnite channel, when I was doing Roblox in 2018, I think I actually got a slide coming up here. I'll show you. Yeah, okay, I'll show you in a sec. But basically, when I made that Fortnite channel, I doubled my income. I was making $250K off of the Roblox channel every year. And keep in mind, this is like $2 RPM. So like nowadays it'd be freaking insane, which is crazy to think about. But having that second Fortnite channel doubled my income exactly. And so it just really made me understand that, oh my God, I need to make more freaking channels. So do the same when you get some success. No, not 250K a month, 250K a year, but still a doctor's salary. Yeah, pretty insane. But Nowadays, dude, with the views I was getting, 250K a month is very possible. But anyways, so don't make the same mistakes I did. When you blow up, you need to do these things. Focus on what's working and don't try to diversify too much, just a healthy amount. Now, I know channels go up and down. You have to think about strategies. You have to think about where things are pivoting. It's a lot, but you can diversify, but you just can't do it too much. You got to keep your core audience returning. We all know that. But make more channels if you want to enter a new sub niche. So like say, for example, you're in a gaming niche. Let's say you make a GTA 6 channel when it comes out and you're doing, I don't know, races, right? You're only doing races. Then you can make another channel where you do role play videos and vice versa, or like you could do whatever. But use the money from your current AdSense to funnel faceless channels. This is like the big thing. I know a lot of you guys are faceless here. I think that's the freaking move. From someone that's been doing content for, oh my God, full time since 2017, ups and downs, obviously. But, you know, I think the biggest thing is just making money from your current channel, whatever it is, faceless or not, and then funnel it into more channels. Don't get complacent. Keep building and keep scaling. And I think that's why faceless is super, super important. Because look, this is why faceless is goated and better than face channels. I saw this, I forget where I saw this on like a, I think it was like a podcast or something like that. One of like the faceless guys basically described these two pyramids. So like when you have a face channel, like a personality channel, you are at the bottom of that thing. And anybody above you is, well, it could just be just you in the beginning, but you get editors, a strategist, thumbnail guy, et cetera, whatever it is. I think that you are, well, I don't think, I know that you are the backbone to that. So if you get sick, your channel, you don't get to upload. If you want to go on a vacation, you have to pre-record. And it's not bad, but I think that's when like you realize you don't have as much freedom as a faceless channel. Now, don't get me wrong, you do have a ton of freedom, but I still think faceless is better. And that's why I'm pivoting into this. I don't know why it took me so freaking long, but I was attached. I was attached to being the personality. But with faceless, you know, you have your AI, your team, and you in the beginning just making content. You have your employees. And then once you have this on autopilot, you're just at the top and you just do quality control, titles, thumbnails, the stuff that you're good at, and all that stuff. And guys, by the way, we're going to do questions after. I'm almost done here, so we'll be doing questions here in a bit. But I think, oh, let me take a sip. I've been talking for like 10 minutes straight.
Yeah, don't forget to take drinks. Everybody forgets.
Yeah, literally. Bro, I'm like, damn, my throat's getting dry. But anyways, look at this. So this is what makes gaming so powerful. So like opportunities are so fucking abundant, guys. It is unreal. Like YouTube in and of itself is crazy. But think about GTA 6 for a second. So like new games coming out like GTA 6 is a money printing opportunity. These kind of views, by the way, this is in a 30-day period or a 28-day period. 22 million views, 47K. Obviously, this is with a $2, $3 RPM, but nowadays, gaming content could be upwards of 6. And if you're doing super, super, super long videos, like hour-long plus, 2-hour-long vids, you're getting a $10, even $15, $20 RPMs. So think about this. The opportunities are there, especially with GTA 6. I think that if you guys make GTA 6 channels, you could see these numbers easily. And I'm telling you, easily. Everybody here has enough skill and enough knowledge about YouTube to understand that you guys can do this too. Now, obviously, as you can see, I was uploading 2 videos a day, sometimes 3. Did I upload 3 videos out there? I guess I did. But 2 videos a day. This was just crushing it. I was just making views happen. I had recurring viewers, all these things. As you can see, I gained 114K subs in a month. I was popping. This was like back in the jailbreak murder mystery 2 days back in the day. But yeah, you can really do this with GTA 6. And honestly, I think you're going to see creators doing 50 million views a month that you've never even heard of before. And they're going to come out of nowhere and you're going to be like, oh my God, who are these people? And you realize you could be one of them too. So this is why I think GTA 6 will create new gaming creators. $8 to $10 RPMs if you're making 20-minute plus videos. Super freaking doable. Think about it. Think about how many views these trailers are getting, guys. If you're tapped into GTA, you know that this is the next wave. It is the next wave. Obviously, it's a year away, and there's probably going to be another wave, a bunch of waves actually, in between now and then. But I think that this is going to be the massive wave where you can make one main channel, focus all on it, let it boom, and then funnel all those GTA viewers to more channels, and then just build Faceless. Have a team that builds a fucking empire. I really think that this is like such a really well, it's not underrated, but I don't hear too many people talking about making GTA 6 channels. Maybe I'm just not tapped in with the right circles, but I think that's the move. But one more thing that I love about gaming channels, this is what I was going to talk about in the beginning, is movies. These are the fucking bee's knees. I'm telling you, if you have a ton of content backlogged, you can do compilations. So this video that I uploaded 156 days ago, this is pretty recent, back in December. It's just a compilation. There's nothing more. I did a new intro, filmed that, put that at the beginning, and then I stuck 2 movies that I'd already done that are already compilations of other videos into 2 videos. And you can reuse the content as long as it's yours. And it's worked for me so much. I've done so many movie channels. Well, not channels, but movie videos. And as you can see, they freaking print. I think this video has a like a really high RPM. As you can see, it made me 15K. It's made me more now, but it's like you're just repurposing your content. And I think that that's literally the best reason, even if you're in Faceless, to do a movie channel. Like if you have content that you could repurpose and you have a bunch of it, do it, because it's going to be on a brand new channel. And it might work and it might not, but I think that like the best thing is that you tried and you used your content that you already did. It's basically like reheating a pie. You have it, it's great the first time, and then you put it in the fridge and you take it back out and put it in the microwave again. It's the same concept, but you're just printing. And YouTube loves long videos. Again, goes back to that TV era thing. TV is the freaking move. The longer content you're making, the more you're going to get pushed. It just works that way. But yeah, here's some more examples. As you can see, all these have over 1 million views. Again, this was like at a big time in 2023 and 2024 when MM2 was just on a wave again. So I'm kind of hoping that the wave is going to start again. But yeah, it looks pretty good. These are all pretty much, except for this Simon Says video up here and this video right here. And by the way, let me talk a little bit about this video. I tricked teamers with 7 different UGC disguises, this blue thumbnail right here. This video, when I uploaded it, got 200 views. 200 views. And then when that bump happened at the 60-day mark that I showed you guys, it rocketed to a 1.30 million views. So don't ever think that just because your video didn't get views doesn't mean that it's not ever going to get views. Usually, it might not. Like I have a channel called Billionaire Buddy, and it was kind of like an experimental channel. You can go look it up if you want. It has 4 subs. 4. And it never got pushed. It literally never got pushed. And I think that understanding if your channel just doesn't get pushed, maybe it's time to move on to the next thing, But also, you never know if a channel is going to pop randomly, because that can happen. Because I'll never forget when this happened, I hadn't looked at the channel for like months. And then I'm like, wait a minute, let me check the channel. Oh my God, this video has 200K. What the heck's going on? And I go check my studio, boom, impression bump. And I was like, dude, what the actual heck? That's the craziest thing ever. So just seriously, guys, whatever channel it is, don't give up. Please don't give up. Please don't give up, because like you never know. But again, funnel your money into Faceless channels. I know I'm kind of repeating myself here, but with gaming, anybody can fall off and not be relevant. It can happen to anyone. Seriously, you never know what the heck is around the corner. So being prepared and focus on building the right side up, which is this pyramid right back here. Building this pyramid up, but also focusing on Faceless. Faceless nowadays, guys, with AI is like the craziest thing, because it's just, dude, you could do everything and hire a team. You can train people. You don't have to be there. You can completely get to a point where you're making 50 grand a month, and, you just hire a bunch of people, and, you just quality control and focus on thumbnails and titles. Like I know someone, his channel name is Shane Plays. He does a bunch of role play stuff on Roblox, and I know that he doesn't film, he doesn't edit, he doesn't do anything, not even the stories, not even the scripts, not even the titles. He focuses on, I think, the thumbnails, like what they look like. He doesn't do them, but he focuses on that and getting brand deals for the channel. That's all he does. That is all he does, but he built this up over years. But the point is, is you can train anybody to do anything, but I think faceless is just like so easy, and you can hire Philippines, you can do a bunch of stuff, and I just think that it's way better. But I think there's so much value in being a gaming creator, and you could do the faceless gaming stuff too. So keep that in mind. But there's value in both. But yeah, I would focus on GTA 6 if I were you. That's my plan. That's where I'm personally going to go, and I know a ton of other creators are. Find your edge in GTA 6. When this game comes out, think about it like this. This will be the last thing I say before we get into questions. But the main thing about GTA 6 that I'm focusing on is obviously the first month or two, I think it's like a month, is going to be all story mode. So everything's story mode related. So just make long vids on you doing the story. And then once you do the story run through, that's like an hour or 2 long video. You could do another video. It doesn't even have to be that long, where you go over like the highlights of it. That could be a major thing. But once online comes out, forget it. You can go into any niche possible. And I know that they're going to be doing some role play related things in GTA. I know they bought out the I think it's like No Pixel or whatever, the GTA RP stuff. But just know that there's going to be a gazillion different niches. You're going to see people doing race niches, role play niches, anything that you can think of. You know, how to get the best business in GTA, everything, how to make money in GTA. There's even like rumors that crypto might be involved. Who knows if that's true or not? But honestly, guys, I'm not going to lie. I think that's going to be your next big stone if you're interested in gaming. But if you're looking to start a gaming channel right now and you really want to take advantage of something right now, Roblox is great. I think Roblox is fantastic. But I would focus mainly on variety videos, not just, oh, I'm just going to do MM2 or, oh, I'm just going to do jailbreak. Because, like, that stuff, it works if you're going to, go hard and you really enjoy a game. But I think that variety is just a better, broader field, and you can focus on just doing things that are, trending, because Roblox games come and go very fast. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Do you guys have any questions? I put this together thinking, hey, I could definitely give some value to you guys, but yeah, let me see, Nilo. You said Philippines. Do you know where to find cheap workers in Asia? I know there's a website. I haven't gone to it yet, but one of my friends told me about it. I think if you look at like,
Onlinejobs.ph.
yep, there it is. Boom. That's exactly where you go.
I
That's a good place to
personally
go.
have not ever used it actually, but
Yeah, I know a couple people that have used it and they really like it. I mean, again, it's just like you got to find the right person and they got to be trainable. That's kind of the difficult part.
I mean,
Do you have any?
like
Oh, what were you gonna say?
personally, you can like the way I find people is I just have editors that I've worked with for a while, and I just have them
Yeah.
have like friends who they recommend to me, and they're like, "Oh, I've worked with this guy before," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll just work through you with them." And they're like, "I
Yeah,
can vouch
I
for him."
agree. Yeah, that's honestly the best way. Definitely got to find editors to get that going though, for sure.
Sukas, for your question, as far as I recall, Ant might have other stuff for this, but what you do is you link your channels both channel descriptions, um, and you put as much connections between the channels as you can. Like in the description of the channel, you like put the link to the other channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, like second channel here or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't worry about it too much, to be honest. I mean, sometimes it happens, but it's never happened. I've been doing it for 2 years, so I think that's good. Do you have any experience in streaming? Did you ever stream? Do you think it's a good idea to stream to connect with the audience? Yeah, I used to stream a lot on YouTube and Twitch a little bit, but mainly on YouTube and Fortnite especially. I think it's good. I personally don't like streaming. I don't like it because I like the back end side of it. I like editing. I like messing up. Like I feel like I have to really pay attention to that. I think it's good if you like it. I would do it if I were you. I think it's great. Any other questions? We got any other questions? It could be any question, guys, no matter how stupid, no matter whatever. It's not stupid. All questions are good questions. Do you use shorts with your long form videos for exposure? Is that a good idea? I personally don't, but I think I'm going to start because I've always kind of been afraid of shorts because I'm just Dr. Longform over here. But I also think one of my friends kind of like got his like belief in my head where he's like, dude, I'm afraid of shorts. Like they mess up my long form views, and that's not the case. But that was back in like 21, so that was a while ago. But I think it's good. I think you just have to kind of do it the right way, but also maybe like doing shorts in a different way, not necessarily like promoting your long vids, because I've tried doing that before and it hasn't worked, but it probably works for other people.
I mean, I remember when you did shorts. I just don't think it was related to your long form.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of trying to figure out both. I did do a little session where it was like that, and they didn't get any views. So
Uh,
I don't know how stupid my question is, but I start YouTube long form without paying for script writer, video editor, etc. I got some editing skills. Yeah, totally, man. I think there's so much free value on YouTube to learn how to script write. There's a ton of people on Twitter that talk about this. I think also using ChatGPT and AI is a freaking hack. I mean, you can train a GPT to do pretty much anything and make it exactly the way you want it to. Um, I would recommend going that route and also learning like what does a good script look like, because not every script that you're going to make is going to be good. I think just making a bunch of them and just keep going is going to be the best method. But yeah, you can do it without paying one. You can eventually pay one though. I think that's definitely worth it. Um, Andrew, when starting off a gaming channel, if you're the only one doing all the work, edits, thumbnails, etc., would it be smart to risk the investment money outside of YouTube, like a part-time job, to outsource content without being monetized yet, to get the channel growth going, especially since you got to post daily? Good. This is a good question, actually. I, do that sometimes with like random channels, like that billionaire buddy channel I was telling you about. That I spent like $300 per video, and the channel just didn't go anywhere. So
Jesus.
yeah, and that was back when I was like, oh, I think it's a good idea to pay more for a video; it'll be good. But like, that's not the case. Don't get that twisted. But I think it's a good idea, Andrew. But I think what's better is finding the time to carve it out yourself. Because like, if you know, you kind of have some idea of what to do for YouTube, AI can pretty much do almost everything, and there's easy ways to make videos. You don't have to make like mini docs. You don't have to do the super high quality stuff. Although that is good, I think it's also good to just shoot the shits and just keep pumping and learning, because like that's really the main thing. Is like, I mean, even to this day I suck at a lot of stuff YouTube related. Like, I'm going to admit it. And I think that everyone's constantly learning because it always changes. Like 2017, 2018 YouTube is totally different from 2025 YouTube. It is a different game, but it's very similar and the principles are pretty much the same. Um, T Joker, do you recommend the gaming niches like top 10 recommendations would be a single player games, etc.? Um, Wait, what do you mean, like top 10 gaming like game recommendation type thing? I think so. I
Oh
I
my
think
God, those are doing so well.
yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing is like it's all faceless stuff. Like you can definitely do gaming faceless very nicely. And
Have
I
you
think
s- have you seen that Goober guy or Gober
yeah,
something like that?
yeah, I have. Yeah, that's crazy. His channel's nuts. But yeah, I think those kind of titles with numbers attract people. They like that shit. Like think about a title that you've ever seen on Mr. Beast where it's like a dollar versus $1 million blank. Like you're like, "Oh, I'm hooked." Like your monkey brain goes crazy over that. And I think it's like easy to do that stuff. So yeah, I would recommend it. Uh, EPSP, how would you stay afloat making GTA 6 with probably being really oversaturated content? Making really good ideas. I think that's going to be the best thing. I think if you find a mixture of really good outlier videos in the specific type of videos you're doing for GTA 6, like let's just say, for example, using admin commands in GTA 6, like someone's going to do that at some point and they're going to mob the game when it comes out for PC, and that shit's gonna blow up. Whether they get banned or not is up to them. But I think that like that's a good way to stand out. And I think that when it is oversaturated, you have to find a good mix of taking outliers and coming up with your own bangers. Because I recommend making a Google Doc and coming up with 100 ideas and picking the top 25. I think that's the best way that you can do that. And you can utilize AI super easily with this too. But I think that's the move.
Definitely use Google Trends as well, because the thing about gaming is trends are huge. It's
Yes.
all about trends. It's evergreen, but it's also mostly trends.
Hmm. Yeah, because if you can hop on the trend early and be there for the ramp, even down the downfall, you'll still hold the viewers. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
for the most part, depending on what it is. But um, How would you go about finding a good game in Roblox to focus? Do you follow anything to once what's trending? Yeah, so yeah, I definitely, if you're gonna get into Roblox, focus only on what's doing good now. Like right now, there's 2 games doing really good. I know that like for some reason obbies are back, which are like parkour. It's like Minecraft parkour kind of. Um, and this game called Grow a Garden, absolutely huge. Like if you were to make a Roblox channel right now, make a Grow a Garden video, you'll blow up. Like it's like one of those things. You just have to follow the trends. Um, I plan to start a variety-based Roblox channel, like you mentioned, trying to game hop. So hopefully I can manage the majority of it, especially since I have more time now because I'm graduating high school. Thank you for the input. Yeah, totally, man. I think you should definitely do that. I think that's the move. Definitely the move. But keep in mind, there's other niches. There are other niches other than Roblox. I think Minecraft's a little bit harder to get into because the quality is huge right now. Like there's people spending 5K on a video. Let's see. Let me pick a good question here. How would you go about managing multiple channels at once, and what can you do to avoid getting burned out? Good question, bruh. Bruh. Good question. I think honestly, man, hiring people. It literally comes down to not being afraid to hire people. Like if you're getting success, guys, like if you're making like 20K a month off of YouTube on a channel, hire someone. Hire someone. It could be anybody to help you, especially if you're making multiple channels. I would just hire people because getting burnt out, it does happen. I mean, it sucks to say this, but you could always fire someone. It's not like they're locked in forever, especially freelance people. Obviously, that's not what you want to do, but if it comes down to that, it can be that. But I think hiring people is like the best way to not get burnt out because that's what I should have did. When I was doing those, actually, let me scroll back. When I was doing, where is it? When I was doing this, I had 2 editors. I had one guy who did one video and the other person who did the other. And I made my own thumbnails, made my own videos. This was like YouTube on easy mode back then. You could literally make the shittiest videos. But I only had 2 employees. I didn't have any more. I should have went bigger, honestly. That's one of my regrets, and I think that like when you get to that point, just don't be afraid to hire out. I think hiring out is the best way to not get burnt out because then it's all on you. Especially if you're doing faceless, like hire out, especially if you already have the formula down. Especially now in Roblox, there's a bunch of games based on current memes, brain rot, meaning I would make let's play videos on these games. Could this also count as trend hopping and riding waves? Yes, 100%. 100 freaking percent. I think I would just figure out where the trends are, see where other people are making videos, see other channels that are small that are getting a bunch of views. Just kind of do what they do. I think that's the move. What would be a good way to convert your shorts audience to long form too? Okay, so I don't really have too much expertise in this. I feel like Skeffy has way more expertise in the shorts realm, but I I would just make really funny shorts or shorts that are similar to your content. I mean, with long form it's really different because like you have to do a lot more research, I feel like. But
I would say
yeah,
I actually have some pretty good input on this. I would say create a mini storyline that's similar to your long form storyline, and then have it not have a payoff, where the payoff is you have to click on the video, and then use like the related video feature to actually get them to click on the video, where the video itself has a similar storyline, but they actually have to watch through to get to the payoff.
oh, that's
Similar to
gold
what
right there.
Arak and Treyhan do.
That's freaking gold.
What's her
I've never
name
even
also
heard of
does
that.
that? Forgot her name. But yeah, definitely do that if you want to do shorts for long form.
Yeah. This might seem like an off-topic question. How much time in a day is good to put on YouTube if you do it full time? Actually, I'm stuck in an anime channel only shorts, and every time I try to find editor routes or something, my channel falls so badly, so I have to do it myself, all the things. Any suggestion on what should I do? I usually upload 1 to 2 shorts a day. It takes a lot of time to editing and only sometimes. Yeah, I mean if you're doing shorts, I mean even if you're doing long form, I think full time, this is gonna sound crazy, but this time on my screen share right now, when I got 22 million views a day, I would wake up, I would film videos right away.
22
Well,
a
pretty much
day.
right away. And then I would basically just be doing YouTube from like 9 a.m. until like 1 or 2 p.m. So not really that much. Like it's not as much hard work when you have other hirees, but again, I think getting to that point is about training them, because you can hire anybody. Trust me, I've hired some really shitty editors that I thought were good. And I don't think it's necessarily about what their skill is, it's about their understanding of what makes a good video. And
I would argue as well that I would say honestly, communication and discipline are the biggest things that anybody that you
yep,
hire needs to
yep,
have. If someone can't communicate, I'm not working with them.
yep, 100%. 100%. Couldn't have said it better, because it's so important. Like both these editors I had during this period were hustlers. Like I had a ride or die guy, and he just always was there for me, always was working. This guy did only stuff but working. And like, you just gotta have to find the right person. I know it can be hard sometimes, but I think just training them on what you like and what you don't like is going to make your channel better. And if you can maybe, this is also another really unknown thing, is if you already can edit, show them exactly your style. Show them exactly your style and tell them, hey, this is how I do it. Make a video for them. Be like, oh, this and that. That way they can go back and look at the video and be like, oh, okay, this is how Ant likes it, or oh, this is how he likes it.
And literally live train them. Have them hop on a
Yes.
call, have them edit and tell them like have them edit and then just give them live like updates, like be like, okay, no, actually do this instead. And that's the best way. It's similar to course versus coaching. Coaching is always better.
Yeah, I agree. Find every way that you can to make them better. I think that's the key.
100%.
How should I balance making content with going to school at the same time? It's all really about your time management, man. Like, if you're getting home from school and you're fucking off and watching TV or scrolling or playing games, like, just really depends about how bad you want it. Because look, even I've been there. I'm a freaking gaming YouTuber, so I obviously love playing games, but I don't really play games anymore. I mainly just make content, and I think that's like the game to play. So it just depends how bad you want it. Um, and you know what your other obligations are and stuff like that. But I think, just doing it at night when you get home, do your stuff and just focus. You don't necessarily need to be hanging out with friends. I know it probably feels like you're going to miss out, but trust me, the payoff is way better in the future. It's way better. And those friends will always be there, at least the real ones. Speaking about outsourcing, is 1 to 2 editors still enough till this day? Of course, that matters for channel size. Oh, yeah, totally. Totally. I know channels that literally only have one editor and they're printing, like printing, printing, printing. So, one good editor is all you need. 2 editors just makes it easier and allows you to get ahead easier and do more stuff. Think about it like that. That's really the only reason 2 editors are there, is if you want to get more ahead or have someone help your editor with the load, or it's mainly what it is. Would you recommend that small creators like me continue making videos ourselves until the channel starts generating income before hiring editors or help? Right now, it takes me around 2 days to make a single video, and I'm concerned about falling behind competitors who upload more frequently. Yeah, I would recommend it. I would recommend it just because you learn more. I think you get to a point where, like we were saying, when you find an editor, you have to train them. So it's like, it's work. It's not as simple as, hey, I want to hire Skeffy to edit my videos. Like, he's
Deal.
really good. It's more about, hey, Skeffy, I like my videos like this. Let's work on this. I want to give you a shot. Let's see what it looks like. It's like kind of like that. But I really think you don't get to that point unless you build those videos yourself. Like you said, it takes 2 days for a vid. That's good. That's honestly good timing. And if your competitors are uploading more frequently, I wouldn't worry about it. I would just focus on making good bangers, learning from your mistakes, learning from shit AVDs and CTRs. It's the only way to do it. And obviously, uploading more frequently helps too. But utilize AI. If I were you, utilize AI. And the guy that was talking to me about school at the same time, bruh, utilize AI, bro. Utilize the fuck out of that shit. I wish I had that shit 5 years ago. Oh my god.
I mean,
Um,
even now, it's still just getting better every fucking week.
exactly. And it's insane, dude. Like thumbnails, you don't even need a thumbnail designer anymore. I used to pay
Yeah.
a dude $50 a thumbnail, and now I pay $30 for my ChatGPT subscription. You know, it's insane. Like YouTube has never been easier,
I'm not gonna
but
lie though, still do in my opinion, still do hire a thumbnail guy, but just for the fact that they can
depends.
like for the strategy part more so if they can understand it.
Yeah, I think if you want to free up your time, I think it's important. But I think understanding thumbnail psychology is important
Yeah,
too, like
if you can
colors
understand
and
it, if you can understand it before.
any advice for personal branding, getting the loyal fan base that'll watch you no matter what. Oh, dude, this is just comes down to making really good vids. Like I've always thought about this from many years because I used to live with 5 other creators, and we lived in a content house, a Roblox content house, for 2 years. And I always wondered, like, why does my friend get more views than me? Or why does this friend get less views than me? And it was always like a slight competition, like not toxic or anything, but I was always curious about that. And I think that it comes down to how good are your videos and how relatable you are to your audience, because it matters. Authenticity really freaking matters, dude. It really matters, but also combining that with your skills of the niche that you're in and titles and thumbnails and what you know your fans are going to watch. Because you just got to get on a roll. Like, once you know what your audience likes, you freaking know. Let me tell you that. I would get to a point at this time when I was getting 22 million views a month that I would look at these thumbnails and I make them and I'd be like, oh, my audience is going to freaking love this video. Oh, new update came out. I know they're going to love this. Like, I just knew. So, yeah. Andrew, how do you personally find ideas / outliers? Could you use very big channels to look at? And then I'm guessing once you find a good idea, you copy it, but add a twist. So yeah, I find outliers in multiple ways. I mean, there's a gazillion tools out there to do it now, but I typically look at the other people in my niche, and if I see them doing an idea that I like, I'll take it and then I'll put my own spin on it completely. I usually never copy intros or scripts or anything. I just usually copy the general idea, but just put my own twist on it. But I think when it comes to outliers, it's funny enough, I feel like I'm more, it's not really a 50-50 for me. I'd say I make outliers more than copy them. At least from my past, I've done that. I've had a lot of videos where other people have copied me, but that Minecraft video I was showing you guys in the beginning over here, let me show you. That was a complete ripoff from somebody. So that, I mean, it wasn't like copy word for word. I did my own thing in the video, but I took the title completely and I did a completely different thumbnail. So this video was a complete outlier and it really served its purpose, but I think it was just, you know, when you'll see a video and you'll see a bunch of other YouTubers in your niche doing it, you need to hop on it. You need to at least make it. Like, for example, there was an MM2 video I did where it was like playing MM2 in different languages, and everybody was doing that video. And it wasn't super crazy like an outlier like this, but again, it just depends on the niche and how many people are actually watching like Minecraft or Roblox or whatever it is. Let's see, any other good questions? I'm in college and do most of my YT work at night. You just got to find the time and complete your assignments / projects as soon as possible. Do wait till it's almost due so you're not stressed out. Yeah, 100%. Really good advice. Sukus, I think that's how you say your name. He's got good advice. You just got to find the time. If you want it bad enough, you will make it happen. And I think finding the time to do the things that you like is really important. Like, I know a lot of you guys probably want to go hang out with friends, play games, play Fortnite, scroll. We all have these problems that we need to get rid of, right? But I think the number one thing is just, what do you do when you get frustrated when you're filming or when you're trying to make a video and you're getting hot and antsy sitting at your desk? You lock in and you realize that feeling is going to pass. And I think that's like the big thing, is just believing that you can do it too. Like, I know a lot of you guys are you guys all doing faceless stuff? Like, what are you guys doing here? Like, what are you guys each working on, if you don't mind sharing? I'm actually curious because I'm doing a bunch of stuff right now. I'm actually kind of in the rebuilding phase right now, but you know, we all make mistakes and kind of move on from them. Branded channels, ranking niche, faceless shorts. Good. Yeah, you guys are grinding. I mean, even shorts is a great opportunity. Faceless long form gaming. Dude, yeah.
Most people do shorts here, yeah, but I actually have switched over to long form.
Dude, I think they're both really worth it. I think no matter where you go, but you definitely make a fuck ton off of long form for sure.
Facts.
But yeah, I think that's good, guys. I mean, look, no matter how early you are, how late you've been in the game, it doesn't matter. Your success is coming. I didn't see success like, I started getting like 10,000 views of it back in like 2015-ish. But I knew something bigger was coming, and then boom, Roblox happened, and I could have never expected it. But I went 26 consecutive months making over like 30K a month. So you guys can do it too. It can happen to anybody. I think the major thing is just your mindset, finding what works, not getting upset about your mistakes. If you get a 10 out of 10, change the title and thumbnail a couple times if you need to. And with shorts, like just keep uploading, I think that's about it. Yeah, both ways can definitely make money. Yeah, and you're already halfway done. Might as well complete it. Exactly. Because the thing is, when you fucking win on YouTube, you fucking win. Like, let me tell you, it's even if it doesn't last necessarily long. But yeah, do you guys have any other questions? Any other last minute questions here?
I am gonna say, have you ever done like exterior revenue other than AdSense?
Yeah, I've done. I haven't been huge on it, but uh, I did a bunch of brand deals. Not really too many, but I also have a star code for Roblox, which is like a code, like an affiliate code. And dude, that was making at one point like 20K a month off of a code. So there's opportunities, guys. Like there's so many random opportunities that you'll just never expect when you have views. That diss track you made, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, bro. That was also a trend. That was an outlier. Making diss tracks in 2017 was the thing to do. When it comes to making thumbnails, would you recommend using ChatGPT 4.0 to analyze and follow the style of competitors? Yeah, I would. I mean, you can train a GPT to give you prompts based off of what you like in thumbnails. Like, there's many ways to do it. I usually ask ChatGPT to give me a prompt based on a thumbnail that I like. So I'll give it like my outliers or my competitors' outlier thumbnail, and I'll be like, "Hey, I want to make a thumbnail like this and make it exactly in this style. Give me a prompt and make sure to include 1920 by 1080, of course, and just like see what prompt it makes, and then it'll make a prompt and just see how good it is, and just keep reiterating until you get one that you like." And then put it in Photoshop, brighten it up, add a little bit of camera raw filter. Like there's a bunch of things that you can do um, to make it pop.
Right now, it's
But how do you
so
know?
easy.
Yeah, dude, I'm so happy. I'm
Back
really so
back then,
happy
you'd have
because of
to
AI.
join the game, download mods.
Join the game, download mods, get the screenshot. If your screenshot looks like shit, you get another one. Like, oh my
Then
god,
you
it's
forgot to turn
endless.
off your name tag.
Yep. Oh my god, so many random things. How do you network with other Roblox creators? I know you've done videos or just had conversations with most, if not all, the big creators in the space. Can you tell us some of the stories of how you got into contact with them? It's purely a subscriber count thing. Um, Honestly, well, a lot of the Roblox guys I was making videos with, I knew them from the Minecraft days, and we went on convention trips. So we always went to VidCon. So like we went to VidCon, Minecon, we went to bunch of different trips, and that's how I met a bunch of people, was going to conventions. I think that's really an underrated thing nowadays. You don't really hear too many people going to conventions. I think that's where you meet a lot of people. Um, and obviously, we all moved to Dallas all together, and we kind of like got a whole wave of people moving down here. So I ended up meeting more people through other people. It was kind of like a mutual thing. Um, but I don't think it's much of a subscriber thing. Like I've met a lot of different creators. I've met Logan Paul, David Dobrik. I've met Flamingo. I've met Preston. Um, the list goes on. I've literally met so many creators, and none of them give a shit about your subscriber count. It's just about who you are. Honestly, at the end of the day, they're all people, and I think actually getting like really close to them is a lot harder than it seems. But I mean, a lot of my friends that have a ton of subs are like old friends. Like they're not like new. Although I have met a lot of new people too. Since you've been on Roblox for a very long time and have seen many success, do you even need the highest quality vids, Let's Play, for example, to entertain an audience, or is it more about CTR thumbnails and entertaining vid as well? Honestly, gaming is so different now. There's so many different aspects of it. If you're doing Let's Play videos, I see like title concepts where it's like, I 100%ed Roblox MM2, or obviously not Roblox videos, but like I 100%ed Supermarket Simulator. Like those kind of things still work, but I think it's about quality now. Like it's more about, a good healthy amount of memes, good healthy amount of sound effects, but simplicity at the same time. But I do think title and thumbnail obviously are the most important things when it comes to long form, but obviously a good video matters as well. Like you got to get them to click, and then you got to get them to watch. So if you have those two things down, you're good. But I think you just have to find what people like, period. What they like, what they're searching, what's trending, because that's the only way things like this work, Can we be friends? I got 0 subs. Yes, of course we can be friends. Flamingo's been going crazy for the past 3 to 4 years. Yeah, exactly. Well, he actually came and visited our house. He's a really cool guy. He's a little strange. I like him, but he's got that weirdness to him. But he's super dope. He's super cool. He's got just a diehard fan base.
Telling him he said
Do you have
that.
any experience? Huh?
Telling him he said that.
Oh God. You have him on Discord?
No, I don't know.
I'm like, damn, Skeppy knows everyone, bro.
I know most people.
Do you have any experience with partnering with other creators, and what advice would you give if you have? I've never really partnered with creators on a channel before. I've tried, but it never really went anywhere because I didn't have like a serious person to do it with. But honestly, if you're going to partner with someone, you got to make sure it's the right person. They have to have the same mindset as you, and they have to love working, and they have to